Welcome to week 32. I'm pleased to see you all here again. Pleased to see we had 4 new members this week, so we're up to 449. So as normal, this week's video is just for you. What happened this week? Well, we continued on with virtually everything that we did last week, but we introduced a new factor, which is the front wall and the columns. So we started doing that. We completed the walkway around the house. We started the walkway at the front. We ordered the windows. We ordered some lights. So the windows, who knows when they're going to turn up, but the lights should turn up next week, and the bedroom floor tiles should turn up next week. So when Ronnie's finished doing the deco stones on the inside, he can hop over and do the floor tiles. We might be able to get someone else to help Ronnie, but that depends on a lot of things really. The weather's still good, so we haven't got any hold-ups with rain. So without further ado, let's go and have a look, see what happened. That's better, that's the one. Now, I'm here on Sunday because I thought I'd run the bike out because I got some dirty fuel in it the other day. So I had to drain the tank and fill it up again and just make sure it was all working, which it is. And I noticed on Saturday afternoon they've built the shelf. They've taken the tiles off and they've put the shelf. Unfortunately, it's in the wrong position because the power point is down below, and the shelf is supposed to be there, because that's the height of my existing fireplace, which is perfect. So I'm going to measure that for height, go home, measure it against my existing one, and that'll determine whether that has to be moved or whether I can live with it. I mean, it doesn't look too high, but when you get it in a finished room, it may well be. So enough rambling, let me go and have a look. Right, start of the week sees us, we've put in a column, 2 columns, they're concreted in, the foundations have been dug, these guys are putting in another column. I think that's where the door's going to go here, the pedestrian gate. And then it joins up to that, the existing wall, and then it's ready for a bit of block work. Okay, so that's the status of my front wall on Monday. And I've come round the back to the Great Wall of Bataan, and there the boys are just putting on the top, making it smooth. They've got their string line. They ain't got far to go, have they? Just a little bit there. By the end of the week, that'll definitely all be finished. The speed they're going. Yeah. Let's watch this guy doing it. Make sure he's doing it correctly. He gets a bit of mud, and then he puts it on a wall. Now, I don't want any of you bricklayers out watching telling me he's doing it wrong, because he's not. That looks a good job. Okay, move on. You will note this morning that the water installation equipment has been moved off site, so that area is now clear. So we can level the ground and get some plants or something in front of this so you can't see it. Protects it a little bit as well. So that's looking good, isn't it? We just agreed with Joel the external deco stone for the house. Okay, so where it's not been, where the finish is still rough, there's 3 over there, and there's this one here. Where is it? That one there. Those will be like a wood tile, which will look nice. And then at the front of the house there are 2 areas. I'll take you there to show you, that will have these tiles. Okay, so you remember those tiles? Well, they will be on show at the front of the house, so when you walk in, when you see the house, you've got the deco stone at the front. Then when you walk in, you go past them, and then on the inside there's the same stone, so it kind of brings the outside to the inside and vice versa. So those stones, there'll be a row that go on the corner there, and there'll be a row that goes between the kitchen windows from floor to roof. So there'll be an area there and there, and that'll look quite nice from the outside. Yes, like and share and subscribe. Now there's me man making sure that wall is perfectly flat. He's doing a great job. And the other guys are doing the final coat, the fourth or fifth layer of paint on the wall. There might be a bit of touch up here and there, but no big deal. I think I've said that before, I'm not sure. Anyway, he's doing the touch up and this guy is bodging on the white paint. So his friend will go round afterwards and just make good that dark grey. Right. Now from the outside you can see the painters are doing a great job. This is the final layer of paint. Obviously once we've painted it, there might be a little bit of going over when we do the path. Might just be little areas of making good, but generally speaking that the vast majority is now having the final coat of white, light grey and dark grey. Now CCTV boys are here, and what they've done, they're going to do a wire from the gate. Comes in the house down there, so we need a hole going through that, which we'll do today. Then we can put the wire underneath or behind the kitchen units, underneath the floor, so none of that will be seen, and then underneath the tiling here, so none of that will be seen, and then up the wall, so we need a chase to about there, because that's where the modem's going to sit, just there. And it will plug in the back of that. Then it goes from the modem across to this thing here, and that takes the power up to the bedroom. So this is what it looks like on the back. It comes in from the main gate into a little side box. Then the screen that you say hello, that plugs into the little box. Then the little box plugs into the back of the modem. I need the middle one for the man cave, and then the whole of the modem's got to go upstairs, so that plugs into that one. So my modem that I buy, or the one that's supplied, must have 3 outgoing connection points. I'll just have a look at the one I've got on in the house, which is an earlier version, and see how many that got. Hopefully it's got 3 or 4. Right, so that's the CCTV man. He's now disappeared on the roof to do something upstairs. So he's working hard. Painters are working hard outside. Ronnie's can't do anything more with the tiles because the tiles haven't turned up yet. So he's gone on to filling in that bit there, make that look good, and then while that's drying, he's shooting across to this bit. He's lowered the shelf, put the shelf in the new position, which is lower. The electrician has moved the power point to a better position. We've set out where the what would you call it, the hearth, for want of a better word, will sit. So that's good. Let's have a look outside. Here's my CCTV guy. He's feeding the wires in the chase hole up the side of the house, and then we'll just make it good and smooth it over and generally hide it so you can't see anything of it. That's the process. I just happened to see the front wall this morning as I walked on site, and I asked them how high they're going up with the block work, and he kind of vaguely pointed right to the top. I said, no, half block work, half railing, which was a bit of a close shave, wasn't it? And here's another guy having a close shave. He's painting he's smoothing off the outside wall, ready for its second coat of paint. I mean, you got to say they're doing attention to detail. I'm really pleased. And on the side of the house, the Great Wall of Bataan is carrying on. They're smoothing off the corners at the top. You'll see a guy doing that later on. Very impressed indeed. And for all my health and safety friends, here we have one of my painters painting my drain pipe a light grey colour to blend in with the house colour. And I must admit, the attention to detail is first class. He spares no attention to detail. He might spare a little bit of attention to detail with his access platform. Now here we have the start of the concrete path on the left hand side of the house. You can see they've laid sand on top of the soil. There's my man again painting the drain pipe at the back. Getting ready to smoothing that off. To put some sand on there like he has done there. He's smoothed it off. Oh, and here he's rubbing down the internal window reveals, and he's painting them 2 different colours, one on the inside, one on the outside. The window will go across the middle of that joint so you won't see it. This is the TV room. We've made the chase, so we've done all the chases into a box. That's the one that goes down into the screen, and they've marked the wall and they've diamond cut it, ready to remove it. Because we haven't got any of the tiles yet, Ronnie is just making good the ceiling. So So that'll all be smoothed off. And here you see the concrete being laid to the pathway. So you saw it earlier on when it was all getting prepared. Now he's getting the concrete supplied and he lays it flat. Well, he lays it to an angle so when the rain hits it, it just washes off. And then on top of that, as you know, there's another layer of concrete about an inch with some stones in it. Glass stones. So that'll look quite nice. But he's got to prepare the base and that's what he's doing there. First class job. I guess while we're waiting for the deco stones and the floor tiles to arrive, Joel's got the guys working on the outside productively. What more can you do? What more can you do? Now the CCTV boys are now fed all the cables through the wall, and there's some in the ceiling there. They get fed into that. There's a box that sits there. I think there's two, one by the side of it as well. Yep, I think there's a power point needed as well up the top somewhere. I'll have to tell the boys to do one, spur it off there. Okay, well that's enough for today. It's Wednesday. Here's someone trying to kill himself. Okay, and I'll leave you with my view out my window. Right, I'm standing on the balcony and you can see very nice paint finish they've done. Yes, and this gentleman here is just giving everything the first coat of finish. I've just marked on the wall the position of the power points there for everything to plug into. I was going to put them above the ceiling, but then how do you unplug them when you want to do maintenance? You can't, so I'll just have them on show there. No big deal, is it? Great Wall of Bataan has been first coat of paint, stroke sealant, stroke undercoat, and then they'll just give that a little bit of a smooth over, same as the back of that, and then we can paint it 2 coats of paint. Very nice. Now the back of the man cave wall and the back of the bedroom wall is a big long one, as you can see. We're just doing a little bit of smoothing off as we do before the final coat. There's going to be a pebble dash from the balcony all the way across to there, and we might do another layer down there, and we might just do another layer there just for a bit of aesthetics. But we can't do that until we've laid the tiles on the balcony so we know the height of it, so this line is the same height as the balcony and the tiles, if you follow that. So that's cracking on. We've painted the Great Wall of Bataan, that's had one crack. All that's been painted at the back. This will get any imperfections, drying out cracks, that kind of thing. There's a drying out crack over there, just there. It's no big deal. It's just where the sun's been on it, the Philippine sun, and the mortar's dried out. So we'll just make that good. It's actually good that we're doing this because it'll give it 3 months to dry before we move in, so all cracks will have been actioned in the snagging process. Right, let's have a look what's happening inside. Well, actually, before we get to inside, I saw these two painters spending a bit of time smoothing off the outside underneath the dining room window and around the dining room door. Excellent. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Right, we're just experimenting with the colours here. Black or a grey. I think the grey is going to be too much because the shelves is a light grey, the stones are grey, that's grey. I think it'll just be too much, so I'm going to go for the black. I always wanted the black. Stand over here, you can see how powerful it's going to be. Lights in the ceiling are black, and the power points are black, and the light switches are black. And the skirting board will be dark. So I think that was going to look all right. Ronnie's got his stones, so he's cracking on. Up to there. So all that will be stone. Now let's just take a little look at the pathway. This is what he's laid this morning, all the way around there. I think by the end of the day he'll definitely have connected up to where he left off the day before, which is just there. So fingers crossed that's all finished by the end of today, and then he'll do the last remaining bit, which is the patio. Now we've got a couple of columns to build to allow us to form the overhead sunshade, and those, it'll get attached to those metal reinforcing bars sticking out. The shade will come across, attached to the columns, which will be on the inside of this, just going down where I was indicating there. And then we can lay the concrete there. So I guess it's going to do the columns first. Right, so I've just dived back inside the house, and Ronnie, as you can see, he's watered put some preparation sealant on the wall to form a key. And now he's attaching the deco stones to the wall using mortar. He takes his time about this and does a very good job. Very pleased with Ronnie. Before I forget, the start of this week we went down to the furniture company that's making our furniture, and we picked these legs out for our dining room table. I think they look quite nice. So we should see that in action in a few weeks. And I also took delivery of my leather settee for the man cave. So things are starting to take shape on that side of things. Well, it's a lovely sunny Saturday, and it's Saturday morning, so there'll be a little bit more progress this afternoon, but I'll just take you through what we've got so far. Ronnie started the upper band of stone. It runs the same height as those windows all the way round. Okay, at the front and the back. So, and then Ronnie's going to dive onto the bedroom tiles. Give us a wave, Joy. There's the wall, all finished now. All it's got to be is sealed, and that's going to look good. Unless I'm very much mistaken, we've finished the path all the way round, and now they've gone on to finishing the front. So let me show you that. Well, you remember the front doors? Well, there's your little pathway that leads into the path that goes around the side of the house. So all that will be concreted. This will be concreted probably by the end of today, up to about there. This will be left as a garden or a soil, so I can plant something there. And we're just in the process, we just put a drain pipe from there running along the side of the house, which will connect up to this one. So we'll just knock a bit of concrete out of there, put the pipe in, seal it both ends, and then just layer a bit of concrete over it. I'll show you the front wall. We've got a column in place, a bit of block work, column, bit of block work, column, block work, and then these columns are ready to be, ready to be cast. This block work here, all that does, that's the height of what will be the new driveway height. So this earth here will get moved down, so there's a bit of a gradual slope down to the roadway, so any rain just goes out the house area. This wall's going to go up the full height. It's in between the pedestrian gate and the main gate. That will be stoned on that side. Very good. Oh, I must tell them to put a cable in here so we can feed the CCTV gate cable inside the concrete. I must do that now while I remember. There you go, 5 seconds after telling him, he's got the conduit in there, and that'll do the cabling for the CCTV camera, the gate camera, and then we'll do the same thing again to that column by the lamppost, because that's actually got a camera sitting on the wall, so that's good. Here's one of the guys just doing the touching up to that side. Now the making good's been made good. I won't tell him we've got to do those horizontal strips on there just yet. Oh, wait till it's finished, because we'll have to roughen the surface again just where those are, so it forms a key. But he's doing a good job. And these guys here, painters, are literally going down this entire wall like it was an internal wall, which shows dedication, doesn't it? And smoothing it off, getting it ready for the second coat of paint, getting rid of any visible cracks, that kind of thing. Well, that was good progress for this week. Nice little video, 20 minutes. That's kind of manageable, isn't it? Considering all we did. Next week's, as I say, we should be whacking some floor tiles down and maybe doing some lighting on the inside. And the wall should take an effect. We should be able to see some differences in the wall on the outside and the pathway perhaps and the driveway. So all of those things are going to crack on for next week. I hope to see you next week. I'll leave you with a couple of little bloopers and look after yourselves. Bye bye. Well, it's a lovely sunny what day is it? Saturday. I'll do that again. Well, I suppose that's the end of the week. I might as well do my outro from here. So thank you for viewing. It's been very kind of you. I'll do that again. So those are really the two biggies for next week, I think. What we did. Oh, fuck me. I'll see you all next week. Let's go.